I'm Jason Reynolds, and I'm the superintendent for the Peoria Unified School District. There's been a lot of talk over the last few years about school finance, and so school districts like ours have put together videos to help our communities better understand how schools are funded and where the money goes. They've used all kinds of creative approaches for these videos, and as a team, we sat down and talked about how we might be able to better capture your attention. We talked about doing animation.
Funds in the maintenance and operation bucket pay for the day-to-day operation of our schools.
But you're adults, not kids, and the video should appeal to your sensibilities. What about a musical?
5, 6, 7, 8.
But we're educators, not entertainers. So let's dispense with the entertainment and commence with your school finance education. Let's begin. Arizona schools receive their funding from local property owners, the state of Arizona, and the federal government. Local and state sources provide about 90% of the funding, and the remainder comes from the federal government. But unlike your own budget, the use of those funds is restricted by law on how the funds can be spent. Before the district can use the funding, it is split into two separate buckets. Approximately 96% of the funds from local taxpayers and the state are placed into the maintenance and operations bucket, with the remaining 4% going into the capital bucket. The 4% of the budget in the capital bucket pays for durable items that are owned or used by the school for many years, like furniture, buses, textbooks, and technology. Funds in the maintenance and operation bucket pay for the day-to-day operation of our schools, including salaries, transportation, utilities, and general supplies like paper. All districts are required to have a balanced budget and cannot spend more than is provided in the two buckets. If the money in either of the two buckets is not enough to meet the needs of our students, the district can ask the local community to pass an override or bond to increase the available funds. Overrides and bonds are different, and the funds they generate add to the different buckets. With voter approval, the Peoria Unified School District may issue bonds that are paid back over time, similar to a mortgage or a line of credit. Bond proceeds fund capital projects that have a useful life longer than 5 years, such as new school buildings or maintenance and repair of current buildings, acquiring new buses, and technology for our schools. Overrides provide additional funds for the maintenance and operations bucket, and thanks to our community, a 13% override passed in November of 2015, which allowed us to bring back free all-day kindergarten and to provide salary increases for our staff, as well as support invaluable resources such as assistant principals, nurses, arts education, reading programs, gifted education, athletics, and extracurricular activities. Overrides are approved for a 7-year term, and if not renewed by voters, the funding begins to be reduced in years 6 and 7, and by year 8, the funding is fully eliminated. Without the current override, the district's maintenance and operation budget would shrink by more than $27 million. To maintain a consistent level of funding, many districts will ask voters to renew an override in year 4 or 5 of the current term. Does school finance make more sense to you now? I hope it does. But if you have more questions about our budget, please visit our website at peoriaunified.org/bonds and overrides or call us at 623-486-6100.